YouTube be hating me. Alright, it's whatever. It's tricky. It's tricky. I don't even know if this is working, but it is what it is. Thank you. I'll just pull another. Let me just pull another collective reading. Let's see. Let's see the collective reading. Alright. Hi, Nat. Alright. Yeah, I don't know what was going on. Like, I tried it and then I was like, oh my god. But it's been doing that to me the last couple of lives. So I was like, wait, let me update my phone. The other day I updated it. I was like, okay, maybe it's gonna stop. No, it was still the app. I just updated the app like 2 seconds ago. I just updated. I was like, but then like on my, because I have another phone here, because sometimes the message is delayed on this phone. But I can't even click on my own live, so I don't even know what's going on with that. But hi, Isaac. But you can put your question in there. Hi guys. Everything's going good. I am currently doing personal readings. It's for free. You get 5 cards, pull, and then some clarifiers. I know Nat had a question from the other live. I love reading who's coming with commitment potential. All right. Sorry, my hair is like everywhere. Thank you, Joe. Hope you have an amazing night too. No, Vinny, not poker. I'm actually really bad at poker. No, it's tarot. All right, Nat wants to know, ancestors, who's coming towards her with commitment potential. Let's not say commitment potential. Commitment, because then you don't want nobody what like half-assed thing. All right, so Nat wants to know who's coming towards her in love for commitment. All right, I got you after Nat, Gina. All right. Ancestors, who's coming towards Nat with commitment? Oh, okay. this. Get one more card. All right. All right, Nat. So, bottom of the deck is the Four of Wands. So, you know, something stable. Very much commitment, because Four of Wands is also like a wedding celebration card, because it's like, you know, weddings. And there's also an 1111 card. A lot of people call it twin flames. Yeah, I rarely use it, but yeah, we're going to call it twin flames, right? So it could be just like a high, you know, soulmate energy coming in that's very stable, grounded. And just happiness as well, because look, we have 9 of Cups, right? Yellow, happiness. So it's definitely something you wish for, you manifested. Something that is really fulfilling, especially emotionally fulfilling for you. I feel like that's what you need now in a relationship. You need somebody who's very emotionally mature, emotionally fulfilling, right? So we have the Sun card here, which is also another happiness card. Doesn't matter if upright, left, the happiness card. Like, this person's going to bring you so much happiness. This person could also be a fire sign. They could be a Leo, have Leo in the major. I would say a Leo rising. That's the energy I'm getting, like a Leo rising. So they come off as a Leo, but they're tapped in. Like, when I mean tapped in, like they're tapped into their emotional side. But it's definitely somebody with fiery energy, right? This is what you're trying to get away from. The 5 of Wands and the 7 of Wands. You're tired of being guarded. You're tired of like arguments and conflict in relationships, whether romantic or platonic, but mostly romantic. Like, you don't want to argue. Like, you're like, I'm not an arguing type person. Like, I don't want to argue. But this is what you're moving away from: conflict, right? Conflict, always being on guard, especially when it comes to love. And then we have the 4 of Pentacles. I feel like this next person, I won't necessarily... Okay, I'm gonna say this word, but don't think it as a negative way. They're gonna be like obsessed with you, right? Because 4 of Pentacles, you don't let go easily. They hold on tight. Like, you know, 4 of Pentacles is a rich man holding on to, you know, the coins really tight. But in the relationship sense, it's holding on very tightly. Like, you might feel a little smothered if you're not that type of person who likes, you know, the cleanliness and them being up your ass, so to speak. But they are going to hold you close. They are going to hold you tight. Especially if they really like you. It's like, yeah, you're not getting away. Like, you're not getting away. I'm not moving away from you. You're not getting away. But like I said, not in a like toxic way. It's more like, this is my person. I'm going to hold on to them. Let's see what else. What else do we have for that when it comes to love commitment? Okay, let me get one more. All right. So we have... All right. Let me just... because this card could be used for... See, so we have lightning and camera. I got you, Echo. You be after Gina if Gina's still in here. So we have camera and lightning, right? So this lightning is like the tower card, but it doesn't have the same oomph. It's just more like, oh my God, I have an epiphany. I just realized. Like, the camera is like past relationship, past memories. And just basically learning from the past. You're not trying to repeat the same lesson over and over again, especially when it comes to relationships. So like you're more quick to cut people off, and you more quick to not like give people a chance, right? Um, but we also like, this is why I said this card is like Tower, because we also have Hand of Cards. Hand of Cards is like the risk, taking a risk. You're taking a risk when this person comes in. You're gonna take a risk because to like on paper, they kind of give you like bad boy energy. That's a like I said, like a bad boy energy, right? So it's given like you kind of judge the book by its cover. So then you're like, you know what? I really like this person. I'm gonna take a risk, right? And then we have the Phoenix, right? Which is like new phase, rebirth, renewal, transformation, growth, change of mind, right? And then we have engagement, right? So this connection that's coming towards you, you're gonna change your mind about them. Like once you start getting to know them more, you're gonna be like, okay, you know, my assumptions was wrong. They weren't like they're a bad guy. They're not like that. It's just, you know, their demeanor, how they carry themselves. But it's also given very a new outlook in relationships. And they also have very commitment. Engagement ring is like the biggest commitment you could get, right? Engagement party commitment. It literally says commitment on it too, right? So yeah, this person could be coming in for a very long time. Could even be your potential husband. For some reason, I keep getting a few months. So maybe around May or June. So a few months, May or June, around there. But yeah, this person is definitely coming in with commitment. It's gonna change your perspective on relationships with this Phoenix card, and they're gonna pretty much wow you. It's given. How can I put it? It's like giving a bad boy meets a nerd, but like they have the confidence and aura and demeanor of a bad boy, but they're very, very much a nerd deep inside. Like they're gentle and yeah, healthy and healed, not like emotionally detached. But that's what I have. This commitment is definitely coming. Like I said, a few months, probably May or June. Um, Definitely not May or June. No, it's a new person. It's a new person. But it's like, to you, they're new. So it could be like they're friends of a friend type of energy. Because it's given like they know somebody you know, but they don't know you personally. Like that type of energy. But yes, that's what I have for you, Nat. Alright. Alright, Gina's next. Just make sure they're all upright. Alright, Gina, what's your question? You're welcome, Nat. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I don't know how the live works. So some like reactions. Donations also welcomed. You know, if you click the description, there should be a link tree for donations. They're welcomed. It's not mandatory. But Gina, thank you, Nat. Let me see if I can pull up this live. Okay, yes, I can. Let me just... Will love find me this year? Okay. Let me take water. Okay. Alright. Hi, Liz. Alright, Gina wants to know, will love find her this year? Ancestor Gina wants to know, will love find her this year? Will love find Gina this year? That's good. All right. Kind of love this for you, Gina. Let me get one more card, please. All right. So give me 2. All right. We're gonna leave it like that. I just want to show you the overall energy. Gina. So the overall energy, we have the towers, right? I don't like to talk negative. All right, so you're gonna be shaking up in relationships this year. I don't feel like you're gonna be going through the ringer. Nothing like that. I just feel like it's refining the type of relationship you want, right? I know when people see the tower, it's like, oh my god, like the tower has the same energy as a death card. It's always transformation, right? But here the tower it's more so like you're not gonna ignore this transformation, because it's literally a bolt hitting the crown, right? The crown, your head, top of your head, right? So the transformation you're going through when it comes to relationship is refining what you want out of relationship, the type of partner you want, right? And it's gonna be epiphany after epiphany after epiphany. You're gonna have like, girl, you're gonna have a lot of suitors this year, right? You're gonna have good ones, bad ones that are, short term, one that is like, oh my god, like where have you been? And I don't feel like they're all gonna be like connections. One is like some of them are gonna be during a talking stage. A lot is gonna be done in talking stage, but there's like some that's gonna make it out of the talking stage, but it won't last that long, right? It's because this is why, right? So we have the devil and the 5 of Wands, which is conflict. And then the devil card is like, hi Daya, I got you after, who was after? I think it was Echo. So, yes, this is like toxic conflict. There's people who just like want to argue, just want to fight, or just have like negative energy. I would say pessimism, negative energy. Like they always talk ill. They always don't like support you. But like, do you really want that? Like it's given like very combative energy, right? This is energy you don't want to. This is energy you don't want at all. All right, and it's because it will put you through. It will bring up old wounds, old trauma. This is the 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands is pretty much the wounded here. Somebody who's been through battles, somebody who's been through enough, right? That's why they have this bandage on. They standing with the wands behind them like a wall. It's like, no, I'm not doing this again. But you walk away from that. You peep it. You peep this energy from jump, right? It's because you've been through a lot. So you walking away from this type of energy, you're walking away from it. So that's what's good about this eight of cups here, because you're walking away from. I'm not dealing with this. No, it's like hard pass, right? So we have the 2 of cups with the Ace of Wands, right? Which talks about Ace of Wands talks about new beginnings, right? And then we have the 2 of Cups, which is a partnership, right? Love, relationships, right? So these two together, and they're also next to each other, is like you do have a new beginning in love, something that's very passionate, spontaneous. Uh, it could be a little how can I say this? Raunchy, but in a good raunchy, not like freaking the sheets. There it goes, right? Right. That type of energy, very very much freaking sheets. So this is like you want that fun, spontaneous energy, like love, romance going on. So you're definitely gonna have that, right? But you're gonna have the like it's gonna be like a fruit prince. There are frogs really that pretend to be princes, and you're gonna be like, no, we're not doing that. Let's see what else. What else for Gina? Let me get one more card, please. All right. All right. So we have palm trees, right? So this relationship, this connection that's coming into you, that's coming towards you, is very stable. It's gonna be very stable. It's not gonna be rigid at all. Security, growth, like it's gonna be effort put into it, right? Effort. So we have mirror here. So you two will mirror each other's beliefs. I feel like some trauma may be mirrored, but not like in a trauma bonding type of way, but more as like, oh my god, I went through the same thing. Like this is how I heal. Like that type of mirroring, right? You guys might also have like the same type of food, so it's kind of given like twin flame energy because twin flames mirror each other a lot, but it's more not in the toxic twin flame. It's like, okay, we mirror each other. We're soulmates. We're in a soul alignment type of connection, right? And then we have love call. So this is the type of person, like they will text you if like, hey, I've been thinking about you. They will send you a text. Or, you know, get you flowers just because they thought about you. They will send you flowers. Like this is the type of person who's very loving. They will always send messages of love, of little cute notes and stuff like that. So that's why I was like, it's kind of like you have to go through like the toxic people first, because this is like one of the things that you know that this person's, it's not love bombing, it's more so like, hey, I was thinking about you today, how, you know, I miss you, stuff like that. This is how you can be able to tell them apart from the other ones. But it's very much, you know, you and this person are gonna last as long as you two want. Because I feel like in your relationships, it's more so, in your connection relationship, it's more so if you want it to last, it's gonna last, right? If you want it to end, it's gonna end. It's all about your choice. I feel like this year, I feel like your spirit teams give you more free reign in the relationship sector than they do in other parts of your life, because they feel like they want you to put what you learn into action, like all the lessons you learned from like past partners or past interactions into like this person. So it's like you really gonna have to use your discernment really good. But you definitely do have that love coming in. I do feel like that they're very spontaneous. And I feel like they're gonna be exactly what you want, and you're gonna be exactly what they want. But like I said, it's gonna be some hit and miss, but you're gonna get it though. So you definitely have that love coming in. All right. So that's what I have for you, Gina. I know Echo is next. And then after Echo, I have Daya. me just shuffle. Don't forget. When? Later this year. It's gonna be after June, so you're gonna have a lot of time to like deal with all these other people, to just refine what you actually want in a relationship. So it's probably gonna be right before the holidays, like literally, like at the end of summer. So like August, September. All right. Hi, Echo. What's your question? Yeah, Daya, you after Echo. That was weird. I don't know what's going on with my phone. I Survivor. What's my favorite band? You're gonna make me tell my age. I don't really have. I would say the Backstreet Boys. Between the Spice Girls and Backstreet Boys. Alright. Let me see guidance on my online store. Start up. Okay. Okay. I want some advice and guidance for their online startup store. What guidance or messages do we have for Echo when it comes to their online startup store? Okay, what advice do we have for Echo when it comes to their online startup store? Fall Out Boy. Dance, dance. Alright. Let's see. Yo, time out. Yeah, that is funny. That is funny, but you know what? Okay. So, yes. Yes, thank you. I am doing tarot. So, Echo. I pulled the typical 5 and then the overall, but then I pulled these 2 from the side because it is actually hilarious, and I will explain. All right, so overall you have the moon, right? I'm getting like keep quiet. No, it's on one-on-one reading. Thank you. I usually do collectives in the beginning, but it got messed up. It's in another video, the live I have that I didn't put public yet. But this is like just one-on-one readings in this one. So yeah, it's you gotta like move in silence, right? Keep all your cards close to you. And this is the reason because you're gonna meet people that, you know, have been, you know, in starting up their own business or have some type of knowledge about it. But you don't want your ideas to be taken. That's one. Two, you don't also want people to deter you from what your plans and thoughts about your startup business, right? So let's say, for instance, you have your specific startup business is about like you want to start a clothing line. Just put an example, right? And you have all these ideas, and you go to somebody and you explain like, hey, I have this idea about this type of shirt I want to make or sweater I want to make, and the other person is just looking at you like, I don't think that's a good idea, right? Like, that's what I mean by don't really tell everybody like what you're doing, because they're gonna try to deter you. They're gonna try to sow the seed of doubt within you, right? So that's one thing. Like, just moving. Only tell people that have their hand within the startup, right? And I don't know if you're working or have a partner already when it comes to startup business. And I want to say, if you do, if you don't, I feel like it's gonna be a feminine type of energy. I don't want to say women, because men and women, we have both masculine and feminine energy. But this person that's coming in is very much feminine. It's giving me feminine energy strong. So that's why I was like, it's a woman. Like, you guys are very compatible when it comes to work. Very, 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 very compatible. We have the Six of Cups, right? Six of Cups talks about like type of soulmate energy, past life recognition, right? Past soul recognition, right? So you and this person like aren't gonna miss a beat. Like, you guys are compatible when it comes to work. You guys are on the same page. It's like you move one step forward, they move one step forward. So it's like you guys are literally on the same idea, same page to everything, right? And if you haven't found a person, find somebody like that. Like, don't have somebody who has, especially in the beginning, too much opinion, or there's always trying to go against you, because it's gonna like derail you and delay you, right? Derail and delay you at the same time. And this is why I also say it's kind of funny, because we have the Empress, right? The Empress is somebody who's doesn't really chase, all right? So you're not going to be you're not really going to have to chase customers like that. They're going to come to you because of what you stand for, your vision for your company. It's something that's very relatable, right? Even though it's something tied deeply to you, it's very, very relatable. So that's why it's easy for you to get customers come in, right? But this is where I said it's very, very interesting, right? You need to be the King of Swords, right? The King of Swords is somebody who's highly intelligent, very strategic, but they know when to cut their losses, right? Very logical over emotion. So you're going to have to be very logical in this, right? Don't put too much emotions, because if you put too much emotions, it's going to overwhelm yourself. But be very, very logical in it, right? So this is why I said this is where it starts getting weird. So we have the Queen of Pentacles come out. And the Queen of Pentacles gives like somebody who's very CEO type of energy, right? Somebody who's been in or dealt with startup companies, right? This is why I said somebody who's very, very CEO. Yeah, right? So it's given very, very... somebody who's very strong-minded, independent, but who will also back you. So this is why I said it's weird, because after I pull out the Moon, the Queen of Swords and the King of Pentacles came out, right? So it was literally the Queen of Swords first and the King of Pentacles, and literally how these cards came out was King of Swords and then the Queen of Pentacles, right? Just like that. So that's why I was like, this is kind of weird, because you guys are very aligned. Like, I don't feel like there's any type of no type of romantic connection. It's just more so like you guys are very, very aligned in how you run a business. Very aligned in how you operate and do things, and same vision, right? And we also have the Four of Pentacles, which is like holding on tight. So this is something that you held on to for many years. It was something that you never really gave up on it. You got sidetracked, but never really gave up on it. But yeah, this person who's coming in and help you with the startup, you guys are like on the, like, it's very, very weird. It's like you guys are the same person, different genders. I want to see from this deck, what else advice do you have for? And even with the Four of Pentacles, when you start like putting yourself out there, like start attracting more clients and customers, they're gonna be very, very faithful and loyal to you, right? That's why it's also the Pentacles, like they're gonna hold tight. Like you're gonna be, I would say, cherished in a way, or like just have a lot of recognition. Let's see. Hold on. Let me get one more card. All right. All right. So we have a false person. So be aware. This is somebody who is a pretender, right? So they're gonna pretend to be this person that is gonna come and help you for your business venture. How can I put it? But they have a nasty energy, right? This person has a nasty energy. It's given very snakish, like very snake energy. And you're going to be able to figure it out like easy, because once you're going to meet this person first before you meet the other person. So this person is going to come in and they're going to try to, yes, you may, they're going to try to like, I would say, I'm just gonna say, they're gonna try to shit on your ideas, right? So this is how you know they're not your person. You're gonna be like, oh, I want to do this. I want to make it affordable, XYZ. And they're gonna be like, do you really want to do that? They're gonna question you. This is how you know it's not your person, right? But, we have community here. So the person that you're gonna meet that's gonna help you with this, they have close ties to your community. So if you're part of a community that's very close, that is very supportive, that they're gonna help you out, right? This person also is privileged. The privileged lady. Look at that, a privileged lady. So that's what the Queen of Pentacles is giving. Somebody who's very privileged. So the privileged lady. So they're gonna be somebody who's well known in the community, right? That you want to get into. They're gonna be also have a lot of connections. Privileged lady has a lot of connections, and I feel like once you have a solid foundation, have a solid footprint, like blueprint. I was footprint too, but blueprint of what you want to do. I feel like that's when they're gonna show up, because we have journey here right now. You just gotta build that foundation, build that blueprint, build like why you doing this. Always start with the how. Start with the how, start with the why, and then start with the when. Right. So that's when and that itself is a journey. How you want to do it, why you want to do it, when you want to do it. That's a journey in itself. So it's gonna be a while. I feel like it's gonna happen in warm weather. So it's like towards the end of spring, right? So be aware of the false person. Be aware of the person that they're gonna promise you a lot but give you nothing in return, if that makes sense. So they're gonna be like, oh, we could promise to do this, we could promise to do that, but they're not showing you documentation. They're not showing you, PowerPoint and how they're gonna do it. They're just telling you words like, no, Get the proof first, right? And if you're talking about your ideas, do like I don't know if it's affidavits or NDAs that would text your ideas and stuff. So like, just in case somebody tries to steals it, you have paper trail that you came up with it first and stuff like that. But yeah, definitely start with the foundation. And I feel like once you have that thing, the foundation, everything else is gonna start clicking together, and you're gonna be introduced more to people within your community, within what type of startup company you want to start up. I don't know, I keep getting clothes, but if it's clothes, then it's cool. But yeah, just be aware of that. Move in silence. Have your discernment turned on, and don't let people try to take advantage of you. But you and this person are gonna be like the top tier elite partnership, and your business is gonna be very, very successful. As long as you two are on the same page and operate the same way. If there's ever disagreements, you guys are gonna get over that quickly. But as a partnership in a business, you guys are elite. But that's what I have for you. I know Daya's after Echo. Women's clothes. Yes. You know, it's funny because I'm actually starting my hoodie line. Hi, Haynes. I'm good. How are you? Starting my hoodie line. I just ordered samples, so hey there. But I hope you have good luck on your startup. You know, everybody you make their own money. The era of working for other people is over. In my opinion, the era of working for other people is over. Alright. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I do live every Tuesday and Friday. I know today's Wednesday. I wasn't just feeling well yesterday. I post content as well, so check that out. I think I just posted a video on Monday. Also, donations are acceptable. Yeah. And I also have one-on-one sessions for tarot. They're $75. You get a whole hour. It could be FaceTime, Zoom, over the phone. And we could talk about anything within 1 hour. Thank you, Echo. Okay. Hi, Raya. I know Daya's next. Then after Daya, I have. Please forgive me if I butcher your name. Onag. Just get some water. I'm good. How are you? Oh, Una. Okay, Una. Irish. Nah. Alright. Just waiting for Daya to put her question in. Thank you. I was like, I gotta do it today, cause I know I've been slacking the last couple of lives, cause usually I do my makeup for lives, but I've been slacking. I've been like on my lazy mode, so I was like, let me just swing it up. And I also found new eyeshadow palette. I love eyeshadow, So I found a new eyeshadow palette, and I was like, I gotta try it out. It's all glitter, and I was like, yes. I was like, let me try. So I did like a little brown smoky. Yes. And the hair is called Sorceress by Arctic Fox. So I was like, new me, new year, who's this? Let me stop. Alright, Zaya wants general. Alright, general reading. Alright, ancestors. What messages do we have for Zaya? She just wants a general reading. What message do we have for Zaya? She just wants a general reading. Let's see. What message do we have for Zaya? Hi, Danny. You could be after Una. Let's see. 2 more cards, please. All right. Hi, Ratu. Oh, okay. So, Zaya, your overall energy is the 5 of Pentacles. Girl, who are you leaving in the dust? And I mean that, like, because I don't feel like this is your energy. I really don't. I feel like this is the energy of the people around you. Like, they're getting the cold shoulder from you, right? But it's not, yes, it's just free reading. But it's not like you're purposely doing it. It's like... It's like the energy you're in, right? The energy you're in is like, if you're not directly affecting me, don't want to deal with it. So it's like you give that aura energy of like, I'm being cold to everybody. But it's not because they did something wrong to you. It's just, this is the new you. This is like how can I put it? It's the new you, but not the type of person that could be walked over. It's like an invisible wall between you and anybody else's energy. That's what it was, right? Because we have the 4 of Pentacles in reverse with the 6 of Swords. You're letting go a lot of things. A lot of people, things, behavior, energetic ties, connection. Like, people that aren't really feeding your soul and your energy, or just adding to your life. You're really letting it go, and you're moving towards more common things, more towards people, places, things that are aligned to you. There's more common and happier too, especially for your mental health, right? And this is the type of energy you're also embodying at the same time. It's the Empress. The Empress is somebody who, sits pretty, attracts whatever attracts towards her, which is good, bad, and ugly. The Empress attracts everything, right? She's a walking beacon. But instead of chasing things, like instead of chasing money, money's coming towards you. Instead of chasing love, love's coming towards you. Instead of chasing work, it's coming towards you. As long as you do the work, right? Ooh, goosebumps. As long as you do the work, especially the inner work, the healing, the growing, working on your boundaries, stuff like that. That's how you grow into the Empress. A lot of people don't talk about that. That's how you heal your inner wounds and grow into like the epitome of divine feminine, divine masculine energy by doing the healing work inside, right? And you also have the Fool here, and you're trusting the process, very much trusting the process in this. Because the Fool talks about new beginning, and Fool is expected to jump off this cliff. We don't know what's on the bottom of the cliff. It could be an invisible net. It could be, rocks. We don't know, but the Fool's still going to jump because they have trust. They have trust in their spiritual team, trust in the process, trust in what is aligning to them. And look, once you start trusting, we have the 6 of Cups here. A lot of past soul connections are coming in, right? A lot of past soul connections are coming in. These could be people from past lives that are going to help you align more to your highest self and your purpose. They're going to align more to what you want out of life. So if you're the type of person that wants to travel a lot, you're going to start aligning to people who love doing group trips, who love traveling. If you're the type of person that enjoys the simpler things of life, you're going to attract people that enjoy the simpler things of life. Like, that's what the energy is giving. You're attracting more of that. Let's see here. Let's see what else. Three cards. So we have messages. So I wouldn't necessarily be aware, but you are gonna have people gonna reach out to you and be like, "Oh, you're acting weird," or "You changed," and stuff like that. So, you know, I feel like it's one of those things where you just read the message and just moves on. But you're gonna have a lot of messages that are gonna be repetitive like this, right? Girl, Jess, you want to move to New York City? Oh, we won't talk about it. Because, girl, it's ghetto out here. But, yeah. And then we also have Fortune and Lovers, right? So, you, by being in this energy, you're going to attract people that, you know, love you. You're going to attract unconditional love. And, like I said, money is coming towards you to great fortune, right? Money is attracted to you. As long as you continue doing the healing and embody the Empress, you're going to have all this. You're going to have all that's coming towards you. And just have trust, utmost trust. And always thank your spiritual team and your ancestors for doing the things they do. You know, give them coffee, water, some food, you know, little snacky snacks. And just talk to them. Talk to them every day. And let them know how grateful you are. And watch how more blessings come in. But that's what I have for you, Daya. Yeah, from time to time. They're like, that, girl, you only take us from time to time. But no. Have a habit of thanking them all the time. And it also helps them heal. So it helps, because we do have ancestors that aren't elevated. And those are the ones that really, you know, give us a hard time. But once you thank them and tell them how much you love them and appreciate them, it kind of softens up the ones that aren't as elevated, right? You're welcome, Daya. So I have Una. But just, girl, NYC? Some are platonic, some are romantic. All right. I know Una wanted a reading. Who was that though? I think after that was Danny, then 619. And then I have you Jess right after. Alright. Why do I smell pizza? I don't even have pizza. Okay. Just shuffle. Let me take a sip of water. This is why I have water here all the time. I think Jess would be the last one. Honestly, nobody's really going against God's words. Alright. There it goes. Okay. Una wants to know, is the person she's talking to being serious and honest? Are they being serious and honest with her? Because of the intensity of the connection. Do you believe it's like some type of, I would say like a soulmate bond? Like a, yeah, like a soulmate bond. Like that's why it feels so because I don't want us to say you feel like it's a twin flame, because I don't feel like you feel like it's a twin flame, but there's some type of soulmate bond, and it's because of how intense it is. Let's see. Are they really serious about it? Okay. Okay, let me get 2 more cards, please. So we have the overall energy, which is the Emperor, right? This is, I want to say it's like chaotic, stable. Like this person can be very chaotic sometimes, right? But they're very, very stable. They know what they want, very secure in themselves. But it's kind of like, it's like on top of chaos though. It's like the top part of the energy, how everybody perceives them, is very collective, calm, cool, collective. But for some reason, underneath all of that, the energy is very, very chaotic. And I'm trying to determine if it's like fun chaotic or just like a hot mess chaotic or just crazy chaos. But it's like in between fun and crazy. All right? Because it's kind of like a flip switch. It's like they know how to switch on and off. And like before, it used to just always be on, and it's just part of the growth. But it's on and off now. Like, that's why like it's a kind of chaotic energy. So we do have the Ace of Swords, which is the truth card, right? This is honest truth. Yeah, that's all. Like, okay, now it explains why. Because that's the kind of chaotic energy I have. It's like it. Yeah, because military people are very calm on the surface, but like inner, they're just like crazy. They're kind of crazy. Not all of them, but they're kind of like chaotic crazy. That's kind of. But we have the Ace of Swords, which is a clarity card, the card of the Sword of Truth. So I do feel like he's telling the truth, but to an extent. It could be like the exaggerated truth, right? and the reason why I say the exaggerated truth, because I don't feel like he's necessarily lying about things, but he's not necessarily being honest about it either. I don't want to put this man's business on it, but we all know dealing with the military, they have okay, so the truth that he's not talking about is the trauma, right? Okay. So it's the trauma, right? It's the mental trauma. Because we have the Nine of Wands, which is the wounded healer, the wounded warrior, right? And then we have the Eight of Swords, which is swords are mental, right? So it's mentally stuck, right? This trauma. Let's meet together. This talks about trauma. So there's like some mental trauma that's holding him back, and that's why I say it's like he's telling an exaggerated truth. And then the Eight of Cups come in. This is energy where he feels like it's gonna happen. He feels like if he were to tell you the extent of his mental trauma, that you will walk away with the Eight of Cups, right? Like you will walk away because it's not something that you want to deal with. I just feel like that's his energy, and most likely his fear. But yeah, it's definitely some mental trauma here that it's more like he's not really telling the truth about. And it's not like he's lying about anything. It's just, if you know anybody in the military, you know they don't really talk about the mental stuff. Not all of them, at least. So he's not lying. It's just, yeah, it's something that he's been through that he's not telling the truth about. But it does, because we also have like the Nine of Cups here. I totally forgot about this card, which is wish fulfillment, right? So you guys are kind of like what you want in each other's life, right? But it's also layered on this whole mental trauma. I don't want to say mental issues, just say mental trauma. Let's see. What else? Let's see what else. Okay. Yeah, okay, so boom, hold it. Hey. So we have not enough. So this could be it could be from his side, right? And then it's also a card of self-sabotage. Hi, Evan. So yeah, I was gonna say it could. I was like, it could be either one of you that don't feel enough. Like, it's more like, is it too good to be true? Type thing. Again, it all has to do with the perspective that you had from the past, right? But then we have soulmates and healing heart, right? So soulmates and healing heart. So like I said, it does give soulmate energy, right? Not necessarily twin flames, but soulmate energy. And I feel like there's a lot of healing that's going to be happening between you two, because healing heart it's one of those cases that you guys come together to heal, right? To heal the past connection. And it's funny because it's 1-1. It's 1-1-1, right? So this connection is definitely going to be healing. It's healing the connection. Thanks. I just feel like if you guys be a little honest with each other, a little honest. I know it's gonna scare you a little bit more, but you're gonna have to open up, and then it's gonna have him open up, in that way, right? So he's very honest about it, but I feel like there's a lot of mental trauma that needs to be talked about, and you don't have to like do the whole thing at once. Just start with the easy stuff, right? The easy stuff, the smaller stuff. Let's start with the smaller stuff. You're welcome, Una. All right, I think after Una, Danny. I think Danny's next. Then after Danny was 619, and then Jess. Yeah, I was getting to the part where my throat was like kind of closing up. I was like, shut up. You talking too much. Alright. Like, share, and subscribe. I go live every Tuesday and Friday. Sorry, Jess. Donations are appreciated and welcome. Thank you. If you want to book one-on-one sessions with me, I have a link in my link tree. It's $75 for 60 minutes. It could be over the phone, Zoom, over FaceTime. And it's just a one-on-one session. Let me just drink some water. All right. Let's see, anyone wants to know why my grandparents didn't tell me the truth about the ancestors in relation to all the tribes. Alright, Zanny wants to know why the grandparents didn't tell them the truth when it came to the ancestors and really show the tribes. I'm getting because they didn't know. They didn't know the extent of it. So, I mean, I get why you're mad. You're kind of angry about it. Because it's like, who doesn't want to know about the ancestors? But it's at the end of the day, they only knew what they was passed down. So it's like they knew from a certain extent. Let's see. And you gotta understand, a lot of things were also lost in translation. I don't say transmission, but lost in translation. Like, it could be like this family member knew half of the story, the other family knew the other half of the story. Then they started not getting along, so like that half of the family story didn't get told to that person. It's very, very weird. It's I want to say generational trauma. I was gonna say generational fighting as well. But it's like just one person just holding one story and the other person holding another thing. So it's like one person has a lock, the other person has a key. Let's see what else. Hi, Robin. All right. So, Danny, the overall we have is a Hierophant, right? Which is talks about connection, belief, and it's also a system, right? A system of beliefs, of spiritual connection and stuff like that, right? So as the Hierophant being overall, it's just telling me like you're the one that is supposed to connect the dots, right? You're the one that's supposed to connect the dots without any um without too much logic, right? Not too much I don't want to say brain power, because it's more of you're gonna have to do this with a emotional connection rather than a logical connection, because like, we have the King of Swords in reverse with the Hierophant in reverse, right? Yeah. The reason why a lot of stuff was hidden from you or wasn't necessarily passed down from family was because a lot of people didn't really care to have that type of knowledge. See, the King of Swords upright is somebody who's very intelligent, logical, right? And then the Hermit, it's also doing reflection and inner work, right? A lot of people in your family, they don't really care for that. They don't really care for the past with this or history, right? And they didn't really do a lot of reflecting, a lot of growth, a lot of healing. Like, so it was basically one of those things that you were just born into it to be the one to like break that, to be the one to at least have some type of knowledge of your ancestors, right? Because this is the Queen of Wands gives like a very stern feminine, right? Feminine energy. Somebody who's like serious, like doesn't really, I would say, but takes like very hopeful, because we have the Star card here of about something. So that much for history, didn't really care that much for the ancestors, but you're the one that actually cares. You're the one that brings hope and give them something to look forward to. Let's see from here. No, this one. Let's see. Let's see why the history. Why what the history was really behind. Okay. So it could be because, somebody married somebody that wasn't supposed to in the family. Because look, we have wealthy man and courtship. So somebody in your family wasn't supposed to uh, be with somebody in the family. So it's kind of giving like different classes or status, something like that, right? So somebody, like, that's why I'm saying, like, one half of the family had the story, the other half didn't. And then they started beefing. So it could be just somebody in the family got married to somebody who wasn't supposed to get married to. Because it has to do with community, right? Community here, right? So you guys could just been from different social statuses, and somebody in the family married somebody that wasn't supposed to. And that's why a lot of the different tribes and the truth and stuff got left behind, because nobody really knew the truth. So you can't be really mad at your grandparents because they didn't know the truth. They only knew what was being told. But yeah, someone down your ancestral line married somebody they weren't supposed to, and that's why a lot of the stories and generation can't be found. But I bet you if you go and look through ancestry and try to go far as back as you can, you'll probably see where everything just went left. And who knows, you could probably have a rich, distant cousin that you don't even know about. But it was more so like they just didn't know. But that's what I have for you, Danny. I feel like you're going to be the one that is going to find everything out. Alright. So after Danny, I have, is 619 in here? I don't know. I just want to see 619 is 1738. Alright. Related to Pocahontas. That'll be awesome. But like I said, somebody down the line married somebody they were not supposed to. And that's why a lot of your family history didn't get passed along. But alright. Ratu. I know you have a question, and after that would be Jess. And that's cool that you go find your ancestors that far back. I can't. Because thanks to colonization, I can find out who really my ancestors are. All I know is they're from Africa and Taino, which is Puerto Rican, so, and Spaniard. All right. Jess was my last one after 619. But I'll definitely be on Friday, and I could probably help you out there with the guidance and clarity. Name's on to why am I single for 10 years? Damn. I think everybody's been single for almost 10 years now. It's just the dating pool has been trashed. I feel like it's worldwide. Alright. Ratu wants to know why have they been single for the past 10 years and when will they get married? Ratu wants to know why have they been single for the past 10 years and when will they get married? Ratu, are you a picky person? I feel like you're a picky person. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with being picky, but you know. Let's see. 2 more cards, please. 1 more. Alright, so overall, Rata, we have the Three of Cups. So it talks about celebration, right? So the overall energy around you in relationships are celebrations. So it could be you marriage. Um, it could be you celebrating. You could be meeting somebody around like a love celebration, but it's definitely a celebration that you could be meeting somebody around, right? Or like family get-togethers, but it's definitely ultimate celebration being around, right? So we have that overall energy celebration. Things will be going good for you, right? And this is why I said, are you picky? Because we have the Four of Cups with the Ten of Cups in reverse, right? You had options. You had options, and you did not like not one of them. You was not happy with not one of them. Some of them could have came with baggage because we had the Ten of Wands. Some could have came with baggage, or what they carried was just too much for you to deal with, right? And then on top of that, you had your own shit to deal with the Ten of Wands, just carrying burdens, right? But here is definitely giving you had options and you was not happy with them. I feel like you kind of look for um things to go wrong. Like it's more so like nitpicking. You kind of nitpicked a little bit, which is fine because don't settle for what you don't want to settle for. But in your case, you had a lot of choices over the years, and you just shot every single one of them down. You're gonna know. You're gonna know from jump because we have the High Priestess and the Lovers, right? The High Priestess and the Lovers. It just tells me you know it's coming. You feel it in your soul and your heart that this love is coming. Because if you didn't, it wouldn't be on your mind. You wouldn't be asking about it. But you have a feeling it's coming, right? And I feel like when you meet this person, that they're gonna be what you always ask for, right? And you're gonna know because you're gonna have this insane gut. It's gonna feel like somebody punched you in your gut. Like that's how you're gonna know. I feel like this person is I feel like this is like your final chance, right? This person that's coming in that you're gonna fall for. I feel like it's final chance because it's giving like your spirit team. It's like we don't have nothing else to give. Like we gave him all his ideal types, and he still didn't pick. Like this person that's coming in it's gonna be like it's giving an energy where like some people joke around say like God himself had to sit down and tell me that's the person. Like that's what's gonna happen to you. Like they're gonna be like, yo, this is your person. Like stop playing around. Let me see. Let me get 3 cards for this deck. What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know? One more card, please. Fine. All right. See, we have Kings of the Rings and a Runner. So you have many options here, right? You have many options. But they kind of scared you a little bit. That's why you kind of, like in the past 10 years, you kind of ran from them. Kind of a little bit self-sabotage, but that's all right. Because you wasn't ready. At that time, you wasn't ready. You wasn't really ready for real commitment, which is like marriage and all that. You told your spirit team ready, and then when they presented to you, it was like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. We also have soulmates and Cupid, right? Soulmates, you and this person have chemistry, compatible soul contract. And we have Cupid here, which says, have faith, love is coming, surprise, invitation or meeting, right? So yeah, Cupid's gonna shoot you with the arrow. Your soulmate's coming in. I'm getting spring. I don't. Yeah, so I don't know if it's like Yeah, came back. Yeah, it hit the connect. So it might be a festival, like a festival that you meet this person in celebration, type of celebration. So be aware of that. But that's what I have for you, Ratu. Good luck in the romance department. And Jesse, Jess, you're next. Wait, is there still no sound? Wait, is there still no sound? Okay, no, okay. All right. All right, Jess. You're the last one for the night. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, everybody. Donations are welcomed. I do live every Tuesday and Thursday. Tuesday and Friday. Excuse me. Tuesday and Friday. Don't forget to check my video out that I posted on Monday. It's the first prediction of the first 3 months in love and career. So don't forget to check that out. Capricorn season's video is up too. So check out for your Capricorn season video for your sun, moon, and rising. I think I posted that last week. So check that out. All right. Jessica, you ready for New York, girl? Because we're crazy out here. I mean, if you're going to survive in New York, you can survive anywhere. That's the motto. All right. Jessica with some no will. She moved into her apartment next month in New York City. Will Jessica move into her apartment next month in New York City? Oh, you've been in Queens? What bar were you going to? Girl, why you leaving Queens? Oh, you want the city apartment. Okay. Cause like, girl, I was like, you got everything good in Queens. This is... I thought you meant you was like an outsider coming in and moving to New York. I was like, no. I feel you, because them trains be crazy right now. Get 2 more cards, please. Well, I'm in the Bronx. You probably figured that out by my accent. I feel like Brooklyn and the Bronx have very distinct accents. Very distinct accents. Let me get 1 more card. All right. All right, so the overall energy is a 7 of Cups. I don't know if you put in multiple I would say lottery draws. But I'm getting like you're getting multiple offers. So you're probably gonna have multiple like apartment offers. Like, oh yeah, this like even from stuff that you apply to years ago, because we know New York apartment figured is like people apply for stuff and they forget, and then years later they get like a notification like, hey, yeah, you know, apartment's ready. But it's something like this is something from you did like years ago. Like years ago. If you've been trying to move for years now, it's something that's coming up. So you're gonna have like that. But they also probably have options for you. Like very a lot of options. But I feel like the confusing part, it might be the contract. So make sure you read the contract, right? Make sure you read the contract very thoroughly. Chat GPT the contract, Google the contract, because I feel like there's something in a contract that's very confusing. And I know you're in a rush to move, but don't be too impulsive. Like, read the fine print. Like, read the fine print on it. Because I do feel like you are gonna get this apartment, because look, we have the Ace of Cups, right? And it's something that you're gonna love. Ace of Cups are the Aces new beginnings, right? It's something new beginnings. It's something that you're gonna love. Something that, you know, is aligned to you. And I feel like with the Six of Cups coming out, you're gonna feel like it's a place that you lived in before. Right? You're gonna be like, wow, this place feels familiar. Or you're gonna be having deja vu, right? Deja vu. So we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is normally my singles lady card, but it's also the card of independence and growth, right? You're gonna be moving up, right? And it's gonna give you some type of healing, right? Some type of healing, on a soul level type of healing, right? Because if you feel like you always wanted to move to like the city and always have that true New York City life, because we know living in the five boroughs is totally different than living in Manhattan. Because living in Manhattan, you got that real city, Sex in the City type vibe. But we know, like, living in the boroughs, like, yeah, we live in the city, but it's not the same as living in Manhattan, right? So it's gonna be some type of healing for you. So it's gonna be healing for you. Very, very healing. Very, very independent, right? Very healing, very independent type energy. And you're gonna flourish. You're gonna grow a lot, flourish. And it's also wish fulfillment, right? Nine of Cups. So something, it's something that you've, like you said, you've been praying for. So it's like you're getting that wish. You're getting that wish that's coming true. I'm getting the reason why it happened is gonna be happening now instead of versus like in the past. It's because your energy wasn't right for it. Like, the alignment wasn't right. So it could have just been like the people that was around you. It could just been like your mental state or your self-worth or your confidence. Like, it could just been like something very, very small, minuscule that like doesn't really matter, but spirit, it's like really big. So yeah, that's why you're getting this wish fulfillment. I want to pull from here. Let's pull from this. What else can we tell Jess? All right. So then we have coffin. Endings brings new beginning, right? And if you're looking at 9 as card 19, 1 plus 9 is 10. Take out the 0. It's 1, new beginning. And then we also need year 1. So there's a lot of new beginnings happening. So this ending is actually going to start, I want to say start your true life. Your true life on how you really want to live it. And we also have main mail and message of concern. I feel like when this person texts you, the way they're gonna text you is gonna sound like you didn't get the apartment. Don't assume. Ask more questions. Get like a car for like what. If you don't understand what they're saying, like, what do you mean by this? Like, I'm not understanding. My brain is not comprehending it. And they're gonna explain. So at first you're gonna be like, oh my god, like I didn't get the apartment. But ask more questions. Ask more questions, and they're gonna explain to you. It's like, oh yeah, you did. It's just like how they word things. Like, I don't know if this is just the type of person they are. Like, you know, we know somebody that every time they speak, it sounds like doom and gloom, but really it's like they're not speaking in doom and gloom. It's like that's just how they are. Sometimes they don't know how to express good news. So yeah, to make sure you ask them, like, what do you mean by that? Like, did I get it or did I not get it? So just be aware. Just ask that. Don't, like I said, read the lease, the fine print of the lease, because Madani just signed some executive orders, mayoral executive orders that are favored for tenants. So these landlords out here are scrambling. So make sure you read all the fine prints about that. But yeah, definitely don't assume when they text you and it sounds like it's bad news. Be like, so have follow-up questions. Be like, so does this mean I got it? Does it mean I don't got it? Just be aware of that. And definitely read the contract. I don't know, I keep getting read the contract, read the lease. Because these landlords are trying to grip on to anything. And you don't want to be put in a contract where it's like, you gotta renew it like every month or every year, or like you have to make certain amount. It's very, very weird out here. But congratulations on getting that city apartment, having that Sex and the City vibe. Oh, and if you've been trying to get an apartment facing New Year's Eve or the area where has New Year's Eve, girl, I hope you get it. Because the pictures are going to be fantastic. But, I mean, you got it, girl. You got it. All right, Jess is the last one. And I'll say thank you, everybody, for letting me read them. I appreciate you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell for the next live. That's going to be on Friday. I have it set up already, so you can get the notification for that. Don't forget to check the Capricorn season video and the first 3 months of 2026 video. I posted those, the 2 recent long forms. And also waiting on samples for my hoodie to come in. Hopefully it comes in this week or next week. I gotta check. But I'm ready. I'm excited to like get that up and running. And see you guys on Friday.